Alright now, so we just acquired Rare, so what should we do with this property? Should we make a new game? Have rebranding with Microsoft? Have it be amazing? Or like, what should we do?
Ooh, right here, right here.
Yes, you there. What is this idea you speak of?
Okay now, we should remaster Conker.
Conker, you say? Yes, that was a pretty popular title from them. Go on.
Now, we can't just bring back the same game and just put fancy graphics on it. We need to actually go through and take out all that censoring Nintendo put in there and have it completely be uncensored and uncut.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So you're saying that we should take all the censoring that was on the N64 because they wanted to make it kids friendly or more kids friendly and just get rid of that and have it be completely uncensored? You just blew my mind, sir. What else do you have?
But you know, we can't just stop there. That would be too simple. Now let's go ahead and add even more vulgarity to it.
Wait. Let me stop you right there. You're saying that we should not only uncensor it, but add more vulgarity to it? Oh, you sir, you keep blowing my mind. What else could we do to make this game even better?
But hey, this is our property now, so we're not even gonna stop there. What we can do is take the previous and the newer vulgarity and put bleeps over it for extra comedy.
Whoa. You're a madman. You're saying that we should uncensor the game, add more vulgarity, but then censor all that out with bleeps? Oh my fucking... Oh, holy shit. How do you keep thinking of this? There's no way you can come up with anything else.
Okay, now get this. What we'll do is we'll make them have to work and beat the game so that way they can unlock all the vulgarity and get rid of some of the bleeps. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that just unlocks it so they get double the playthrough of the game. I'm a genius.
Ho! You're suggesting we make them work to have some of the uncensored content? Oh my god. You, sir, you are getting erased. You are a genius. Hello everybody, what is up, Prof Toast here, and today we're going to be talking about kind of an older game, which is Conker Live and Reloaded for the original Xbox. Now this was kind of one I was actually pretty excited for back in the day, and with all the graphical differences they made, it looks so freaking cool seeing it come from the N64 all the way up to the Xbox, and like, holy shit, this game looks amazing. But then the whole part where it had a shit ton of censorship that was added to it, which didn't freaking make sense because it was supposed to originally be uncut, but then they did this. So in order to clarify a bit more of what exactly happened, let's go ahead and get a bit more context into this. So the game was originally titled as Conker Live and Uncut, featuring a completely uncensored single player experience, but sometime during the development of the game this was removed, and the game was released as a heavily censored form which took several instances of vulgarity that were in the original game. The reasoning was due to the potential refusal of retailers to sell the game in its fully uncensored form. This ideal suggests that the game at one point had the potential to have an AO rating in the ESRB, which physical retailers refused to sell. This drew heavy criticism from fans of the original, especially as it distracted from the comedic highlights such as the Great Mighty Pooh song. The song was also censored on the soundtrack, but Rare has an uncensored Xbox version on their website. A code to uncensor the words in the single-player game was created but removed from the final product, again due to retailers' issue. The accuracy of the statement was questioned by some for several reasons. Like the original game, the game was rated M by the ESRB and carried warnings about its content as well as Rare's promotional spoof warnings. That advertised the fact that the content of the game was explicitly adult. The audio files of the game disc were pre-censored and contained the bleeps, meaning they were not censored by the game engine. This indicated that the ability to play the uncensored version of the game, whether by default or an unlock code, was removed at an early point in the game's development. The only single-player audio file to be uncensored was when Count Batula was killed by the word The multiplayer portion of the game was also censored initially, But if one first finishes single player mode, a potty mouth option is unlocked that removes all the censorship from the multiplayer mode. So as you can see, a lot of the stuff was kind of disappointing with how this went about, because as this was coming out, all of us were pretty damn excited at the fact that we were going to get a completely uncensored version. They were going to add even more stuff to it, make it even more like vulgar than it was before, which was probably the best thing about Conker. But instead, for whatever reason, because of the language, they had to sit there and, I don't know, completely cut it off, which really sucks, because it would have been really freaking hilarious to get to see the game in its full form, completely uncensored. Heck, I remember at one point when I tried going on to play it, there's a part where one of the characters called you a cunt, which is one of the words that they actually did bleep out of the game. And I was sitting there and I heard him bleep it. I'm like, wait, was that even in the original? I went and go back, loaded up the original, and went through that same part. I was like, wait a second, so let me get this straight. In the original, he didn't even call you a cunt. Like, I really hope YouTube doesn't get pissed at me for this. But, anyways, so I looked, I was like, wait, you didn't even sit there and say that in the original, and then in the new one, you added it in there, then bleep it out. So at that point, it's like, what the hell is even the sense of adding that word in there if you're just going to bleep the whole thing out? So this is one of the things that I think a lot of fans kind of were disappointed is, but let me say one thing right off the bat. It doesn't make Live and Reloaded a completely shitty game. Just like the original, the game is, of course, going to be a blast to play. But I will say some old school fans may be a little disappointed at a lot of the censorship with a lot of the words, and at the fact that you really can't unlock it in the story mode, but you can somewhat in the multiplayer, which doesn't freaking make sense. You think that, hey, at least if you're gonna do it, maybe, I don't know, give us the code if you beat the full game. I mean, the full form of the storyline at least. But instead, they just sat there and just like, nah, you know, we're just gonna go ahead and just take it out completely. Sorry, guys. And let alone they pre-put all the bleeps in there, so it's not like you can find a way around it. So it's an unfortunate turn of events that this game took, and to be honest, a lot of the things that can be blamed on is at the time when it came out, because back then we couldn't just sit there and go, hey, let's just go on Xbox Marketplace and download this digitally. At the time, we really had no choice but to buy the physical copy. If it were released possibly on the Xbox 360 days, then we might have been able to get around this issue, because they could have possibly said, hey, we'll have the physical version be censored, and if you buy this specific digital copy, then guess what? It's going to have all the vulgarity and stuff unlocked, this and that, but you will have to verify your age and all that. See, that would have been actually probably been a better idea, but just at the time, there's no possible way to actually do that. The only way to do it would be physical copies. Alright, so if you guys happen to, you know, play this back when it came out, or if you're excited for it and didn't know about all the censoring and you happen to pick it up, or maybe you've played it nowadays for the first time, let me know. Did all the censoring they did it bother you? Did it really just like ruin the whole game? Or was it just something that you just like, well, you know what, it's not a big deal, the game's still fun? Or did you maybe just think, hey, the added bleeping, you know, actually added more comedy. This is actually pretty hilarious. I'm curious to know what your guys' opinions are in the comment section below. But that's about it that we have for this video today. And as always, I thank you all for watching. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And also slap a like on this video. And also, be sure to look in the description and follow my Twitter, because that is where I'll be posting all my newer updates on what videos are coming up, how we're doing on them, and what point in, you know, just editing we're in. And also, I do usually tend to post just like random ass goofy stuff. So, as always, I thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later.